Oh my goodness. We're live. We're live. I'm alive. Sort of. Maybe. How are you guys? I may have to move this so we have a better bit of lighting. Here, maybe like this. I don't want to intrude on Sarah's space right now because she's sleeping. But no, ma'am, you're not gonna jump on me today because I have already got the biggest cut on my leg. Nope. Danny got me good yesterday. She jumped up and got me right across my thigh. Yep. I coughed on my hands. Yo. Hi, Grant. How are you this morning? And I just finished washing my hands. I just washed my hair. So my hair is like all crazy. It's really wet right now, so I'm trying not to mess with it. Oh, but come here, you got something stuck on your head. Come here. There you go. Yosef, no, don't do that. I know right now that you don't have, I know right now that people are out of work and stuff. Don't do that, sweetheart. I love you to death and I appreciate it, but please, 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 right now, keep your money, okay? That would be the best you can do right now. Is please, please, please keep your money, sweetheart. Don't send us. We're A-okay. We don't need anything like right now. You guys keep what you guys have. Yeah, I hear you. I think everybody hates quarantine and lockdowns. So I got a toaster oven, like an actual like confection oven last night. I know, sweetheart, thank you, but we are absolutely A-okay. You guys keep your money. But yesterday we went out, we got the confection oven and we got the new thing for the yard. So the dogs have like this massive play area now. They loved it. They were completely, oh, see you later, Grant. They were completely crazy last night. It was so funny because they had all this space to run. I didn't even realize that just one more of those gated setups was going to give them that much space. I'll have to show you guys. I don't know if you guys can remember the space they had. It was just around the RV door, right? So, so now they have all of that. So they have this huge yard to run around in now. I've got to get those off now because they need to go down to the washing area. I got to go pick up their mess. They got a poopy mess. She got those old shoes out. Probably not a good thing to let her do, but we watch her pretty good, huh? Pretty good. We also just scrubbed your harness. But yeah, so they got like over double the space now. Or as there's a lot of people that are doing that actually, which I think is a beautiful thing. A lot of people are reaching out to the Lord in prayer and in guidance to get through this because, okay, this is literally the worst. Okay, like, and that's, and I think that that's great. People really should. Hi, Leslie. Sarah's actually sleeping still. I'm not waking her up. Her schedule is usually, she doesn't get up till 10. So, but that was because of her work schedule. So she's still kind of stuck in that schedule and that's just fine. I'm not waking her up. So she usually slept till 10 and then would get up. And by the way, guys, Derry and I'm eating cream cheese on here. Derry and I don't get along in the mornings. It always causes me to get all like, I don't know, phlegmy, I guess would be the right word. Really? Because I didn't wear it yesterday, that's why. But every time, see? But I got the convection oven yesterday, and I made this amazing pasta bake last night. Sarah picked out like this tricolored pasta, which is like pasta that's made from tomato, spinach, and just your regular pasta. And so we made that last night with the ground turkey meat, with a tomato and mascarpone cheese sauce, and then I blended cheese on top and baked it in the convection oven. It was perfect. Like, it was perfect. I took pictures of it. I gotta post those to Instagram, because I didn't post them last night. I was just too tired. So, and for the first time since we've been in the RV, I had an adult beverage. Yeah, see, at least I'm not the only one. I also notice that it gets like that with me. Sarah doesn't have that problem, but I get like that every time I have anything dairy, especially in the morning, because I'm still trying to like clear up from all the night allergies. And so I woke up this morning completely congested, because yesterday and the day before has been like really windy. And so I was all congested. And so I was like, okay, this morning I need to clear up. So I got into the shower, cold shower. Great way to wake up in the morning. Hi, Lisa. How are you? Hi, Tyler. Good morning. Oh my, you still managed to slide this sideways. I'm still confused as to how you keep doing it. I don't know how you're doing it. I'm gonna have to turn that around on you again. Get down, Danny. You can't jump on me, baby. You're getting way too big to do that, and that hurts when you do it. Yeah, it hurts when you do that. But I have two things I gotta go pick up today. The carburetor kit, and there was one other item I was supposed to go pick up today. I'll remember in a minute. Anyway, we do need to get a new faucet for the shower. I put a bucket underneath it last night to see just how much water is really dripping out of there, and the bucket was this close to the top, and it's a bucket that's about a deep, about that big around, like that big around, and it's like this close to the top. Yeah, we're doing well. So we went finally got groceries yesterday. We had gone and we were able to get like little bits and pieces here and there, but yesterday morning, our neighbors went at like 7 in the morning because they got to shop, because they're seniors, so they got to shop 7 to 8, and then we left and went, and when the store opened at 9. Now here's the crazy part. By the time we got in there and got things finished, like the stuff finished that we needed first, we went over to get groceries, and the shelves were already practically clear from 9 to about 9:30. So about 9:30 is when we hit the grocery side, and it was like so much stuff had already been taken, and I was like, oh my gosh, crazy. So we got our 2 weeks worth of groceries in here, and then we grabbed some extra stuff to put in our little storage bin underneath where the dogs are, so that way I just got literally just got goose chills because that wind just gusted in here. We ended up grabbing some extra stuff because I was like, I don't know, because we live where we're at, because we're going to be here another, well, if you count this last week and a half here, we'll be here another 6 weeks at this location. And so we are about 25-30 minutes out of town, and so we'd have to drive all the way up there first just to get groceries done and drive back, which is not bad. Like, I mean, that's not a bad thing. But what it is by the time you get out that way, first of all, you'd have to get up really early here and get over there before the doors open, and then try to get in there and get stuff before people act like a bunch of crazies. And so we've got everything. Like, we packed the freezer. It's got meats. I got chicken. I got turkey. What else do we get in there? Sausages. bratwurst, a hen. Yeah, we got like everything that like all the meats that we need to cook with. Underneath the storage thing, we've got drinks. So we got some Gatorades. We've got water, and we got a water thing down here that's 25 cents to fill up per gallon. So we've got water. We don't have to worry about that. We did get the new faucet for the kitchen because the one we did get, the arc was too high and too shallow of an arc, or like, what do you call it? Yeah, I guess it would be too shallow of an arc. It wasn't like a nice lengthy arc. It was kind of like, nope. And so it only hit the water just at the corner of the sink. And so we were like, well, that's not going to work. And so that faucet is now in the bathroom. And we bought the one for the kitchen, and it's got the longer neck. It sticks out into the middle of the sink. We're able to do dishes and stuff without spraying water everywhere. It's not like a be careful trick while you're trying to wash the dishes. So that's done. That's fixed. So now the sink isn't dripping anymore in the bathroom. Plus, now I got to go and get a faucet for the shower. And here's the crazy part. The shower faucet in here, is a whole different setup because it's an RV setup. So I have to find one that's meant for an RV. Because that is meant, like, it has a thing on the back of, like, it has the faucet that comes out, and then it has a funny thing on the back that the thing gets screwed onto. That's where the water comes through for the shower head. So that's an issue. So I'll probably go over to Home Depot today, because it's right here. Like, we're so close to Home Depot. So I'll go over to Home Depot and just take a look. Because I want to check that out. And for now, what I might end up doing is just closing off the water thing, like at night, or during the day until we need it. Just shut the water valve off underneath so that no water is making it to the faucet and leaking like that, which would probably be our best bet. And then just turn it on when we need to use it. And then I did go online and find, oh yeah, that's what it was. Gotta go pick up my keys to the P.O. box. They finally have us one. So we're going to go pick up my P.O. box keys. We'll finally have a place to mail stuff. It's about time. I was like, geez, how long is it going to take them to get us keys? Because I really need a P.O. box, which is great. So now we'll have a P.O. box, and that'll be awesome. So get the kit and the P.O. box today. That's what we're doing today. And then we can get, my friend's going to come over. Tim's going to come back over this evening, and we're going to time to pull the carburetor off. And the fun part is I told him, I said, when we get ready to do it, I want to be hands-on with you learning to do this carburetor. And he said, absolutely. He has no issue with showing a woman how to get in there and get her hands dirty and do something like the carburetor. So he says, because he knows I'm going to be traveling, it's just really, really smart to know how to fix something like that. So that's what we're going to do today. And I'm excited because I just want to hear her fire up and run. And when you give her gas, she doesn't pop and backfire and all the noises that she's been making. He said if it still does it, then we're definitely going to set her timing chain, because her timing belt or whatnot he suspects that whoever put it on 180. And if you don't know what that means, 180 means that it's turned a full 180 the wrong direction. And that's why before you ever tear an engine apart, one of the things you do with your timing and all that is you mark it. You put it on the housing and on the actual engine area itself, the motor mount or wherever it's attached to, you mark that as well, so that when you get ready to put it back together, you're going to set it and line those two things up. Whoever put it back together, he suspects, did not do that. And so we're getting a lot of noises that are a result of that. So, but yeah, we're going to work on that today. And he said it'll take about 2 to 3 hours to do, and then get it back on. And we'll be good to go. I've already got the kennel set up right here. We're going to put the kitty cats in that because all the noise that's going to be getting made, we don't want the girls diving out through the engine compartment because it's going to be fully open. and we don't want them jumping out through there. But they have been doing so good. Like, you guys, I thought for sure that the cats would be more panicky. I thought for sure that Bella would have already marked a bunch of stuff, but no, she's really been really good about using the litter box. So that's a big plus. Mocus is just, she's literally living her best life. She gets up there, she lays with Sarah. I've got a puppy that just is begging for attention. Begging for attention. You're gonna fall. Dork. No jumping. No jumping. I will love you. No jumping. You, go lay down. What are you doing? Go, excuse you. Come right up on my food. It's not because I was distracted. Go lay down. Go over there and lay down. Hi. Hi. No jumping. You can get love without jumping. I promise you that. No. Nope. Okay. Nope. Once she starts biting, then I stop so that she learns that biting's not going to be acceptable. So, oh, and we went and got ourselves new shower shoes. We had like little, I guess you'd say they're like, Danny, no, baby, that hurts. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. The look she's giving me right now. She's like, excuse me? No. 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 You go lay down. Get over there and lay down. Go on. Stop. 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 Go on. Get up there. But, no, Mocus just comes over here and she lays down with Sarah. She chills out. She's literally the cutest thing. We did get them started last night on the ear mite medication. Bella did great. She didn't even care that we put it like that. We did the drops in her ears. Mocus is a whole nother story. She is, even when she was a newborn kitten, when I would try to feed her, if you touched her, she'd flip out and she wouldn't eat. So you'd have to like wrap her really tight in a towel and then hold her tightly so that you could actually feed her, because she was definitely hungry, but she didn't want to be touched. She's still that same way where she wants you to pet her, but she doesn't want you to touch her. She wants you to give her scratches, but doesn't want you to touch her. It's kind of just this weird thing about her. Where she like begs you to give her the attention, but when you try to touch her, she kind of spazzes out like, what are you doing? And freaks out and like twists herself into, contorts herself. She's just a weird cat. So we had to like wrap her in a towel last night, and we were taking care of her ears, and she did not like us for that. But once we got it all done, she seemed to be really, really happy. She finally, for the first time in, I don't know, forever, laid down and wasn't scratching at her ears through the night. So we're gonna cross our fingers. That was only treatment number 1, but I think she just had some relief. We'll do another treatment tonight, so we're kind of keeping it at the same time every night, right about 7:30. So we'll treat their ears right before they go to bed. So it'll be every night for the next, 10 nights? Yeah, so for every night for the next 10 nights, they're going to have the drops put in. That's the vet's recommendation. She said you can use until the stuff is all gone. She said, but give them 10 good nights of treatment, and you should see a huge improvement. And then we'll take them back up there. Bella's mites were nowhere near as bad as Mocus's are. Mocus has a really bad case of them. Bella's is really, really mild. But Bella's really, really big about cleanliness. Like, she keeps herself very clean. She cleans her ears really well. So Mocus, not so much. She's not quite that good at taking care of herself. Everyone's doing really good. My neighbors were so cool yesterday. They came over. They got to see the new doggy yard that we set up and whatnot. And she says, oh my gosh, you extended it? And I see it. She goes, I bet they just love this. I said, oh, they do. And all the dogs are out there. And she said, she goes, you have the sweetest pets. And I was like, thank you. And she's like, they're so they're well behaved. She goes, they're not out here barking at everybody. They're not, causing a ruckus. Like, there's a dog across the way that's like, anytime somebody walks past, the dog goes absolutely berserk. So we're kind of bummed out, you guys. The space that we were supposed to be moving into, to take the RV into, well, because we've booked it, right, Chris? We wanted to book it for the 5th through the 5th, right? And the other people just left it, so somebody else booked it. And because they booked it starting tomorrow through an extended length into April, that space is no longer available for us, because they can't ever guarantee a space. When you book it out, they'll guarantee you a space, but they're not gonna guarantee you the one that you've picked. So we picked a different one, which is on the same row. It doesn't have the big awesome tree that the other one has, so it's kind of a bummer. But it does have a tree, and it has a larger kind of trash bin out there, so that's kind of a good thing. That means we won't have to be going all the way down to the dumpsters, but it also brings us closer to the bathroom. So I guess there's a silver lining in each thing. One, we've got a picnic bench, and we'll have a picnic bench there and a trash can thing there, and then we'll be closer to the bathroom, which is great. But a little bit of a bummer that we're not going to have the one with the big huge tree, which I was hoping for. This one, the other spot's got a smaller, like, what do they call these, palm trees? So no, Chris, not that I know of. Here's the thing. It would be over a whole lot sooner. People are still going to get it. You know what I mean? There's still going to be COVID-19 out there. But the problem is right now is people aren't listening and staying inside. People are not self-isolating. People are not social distancing, which means the more people that keep coming into contact with people that have it without knowing that they have it and spreading it is the problem. So if people would just take their little happy butts home and stay put, unless absolutely necessary, unless they are somebody who works, that is still working, so being on the clock, like, for their job, and the people that are, essential personnel that are out there, like the grocery store people, whatnot, those people can stay, do their job like they're supposed to, and go home like they're supposed to. And the idiots would stop going out there and hoarding and being stupid. And everybody just take a damn deep breath and stop and think for a moment. This would die down a lot faster. They'd get things under control. They'd be able to make sure that there was enough staffing, enough ventilation and stuff like that in hospitals. Because right now that's the problem, is people are dying because of this crap. Yeah, there's several people that work from home. Like two of my classes that I was taking on campus are now at home. One of my classes has been postponed because, of course, it was this third class you can't take online. It's because you're physically building something in the classroom. So that's been postponed. But my other two classes are now officially online, which has been an absolute headache, let me tell you. Like, I don't mind doing online classes because I've done online classes before. I'm doing online classes with really, really crappy Wi-Fi, to the point that it took almost 3 hours to upload my paper to the teacher's chalkboard the other day. And because we've never had to do it that way, right? We've never had to upload our paperwork that way. I personally never had to upload to Blackboard, ever. Any other time we've ever used anything to send to, like when I've done online classes, like through University of Phoenix or through Pittsburgh, we did everything through like Microsoft. So that worked out really well. Like, it's super fast, it's efficient and whatnot, but the school here is using like what K-12 has, which is Blackboard. And it's already a slow process. Blackboard's already a slow process. And then I'm using extremely slow internet. And let me go find out why my computer is losing its noodle. Be right back. Lucas, okay, that's why. Get off the keyboard, you bone butt. What are you doing? My cat is, okay. Lucas, what are you doing, girlfriend? Hey, yo, you've done locked up my... Are you serious? Mocus, baby. Hey, yo, thing. Danny, stop for a minute, sweetheart. She really froze up my system. Okay, let's move that out of the way. We don't have a cat's booty on it again. No cat butt on the computer. What are you doing? Why are you crying like that? You're totally fine, sister. You've got everything you need right there. You've got water, you've got toys, you've got a nice cushy area to lay down. You're fine. What was that? Ow! Denali! You can't do that. I have to move, guys, because she is scratching the crap out of my legs, and that hurts so bad. No, you're hurting me. Like, really, sweetheart, you have to stop. If she's not, like, in my lap, then she's, like, freaking out, and ow. So, make sure that if you have a touchscreen keyboard, that you turn it enough that the cat can't get on it. She got on the touchscreen keyboard and somehow managed to access the touchscreen, like, the touchscreen computer. And because it's an all-in-one and it's a touchscreen, and then if you press one of the areas where a keyboard pops up on the screen, so you don't have to use the actual keyboard, and she was on the actual, like, she was up against it, like, just moving around and pressing the keys on the touchscreen keyboard. So it showed a whole bunch of stuff to the computer. So yeah, that was fun. So I've turned the monitor downward so she can't do that again. The dogs are like crashed out. And Danny had one of her nights again where she didn't sleep at all last night. So I'm not exactly sure what that's about with her. I have to talk with the vet again. But ooh, an egg McMuffin for breakfast. Yum. See, I wanted English muffins. They had none, so we got bagels instead. This is an everything bagel. Yeah, that's why you're chained up. So, and the cool part is with the yard that we did, Danny's still able to get out there and play and everything, but she's got a restricted space. So that when the bigger dogs come outside, they can do their business and not have her pummeling the crap out of them. Because she doesn't follow doggy rules. There's like a doggy etiquette type thing when it comes to play. And Danny doesn't seem to listen to the way... Oh, that's not going to work. Okay. She doesn't, like, follow the doggy rules, I guess you could say. Which gets her into trouble with the big dogs all the time. Because she just doesn't listen to them, I guess you'd say. And this is really bad lighting, you guys. I'm so sorry. She just doesn't, like, listen to, like, their warnings of, like, don't do that, knock that off, or I don't like that. So she pushes her boundaries a lot, and it gets the other dogs really upset. And she found the pig, so she's playing with the pig. So it always ends up getting her into a fight. Now, not like a bad fight, but enough of one where she yelps because they're fed up with her. We took like a behavioral class for puppies. She's kind of way outside the spectrum of puppy behavior. She's extremely easily, like, above and beyond easily distracted. Most puppies, you can get their attention with a treat or whatnot. You can get Danny's attention for a split second with a treat, but then something else will catch her attention. And then something else will catch her attention. So she's kind of like ADD, but in dog form. Maybe even ADHD. She's extremely wired, like really wired. It's great though, because in a way it's great because she is super, super active, and I can take her and we can go, literally, I guarantee you that dog would go on a 10-hour hike and she would be absolutely content to do a 10-hour hike. Guarantee it. As soon as she's got her next shot coming up this week, gets that shot and goes down and gets her rabies vaccine, we are headed up to go hike Boundary Cone. I know, I hear you, Chris. That's hard though, especially when with all this going on. It makes it hard seeing new babies and family members and stuff like that. But I get it. I get it. Get on some FaceTime with someone, with the family and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like I tell people, the best part about this is that we do have technology and that we can make connections outside of our home. It's definitely not the same as being in the same room with somebody and being right there with your family. It didn't happen, Tiffany. And I'll explain that. Hold on. I didn't get to go. And here's why. Where we're at, they have set up like fishing beaches, right? Which is great. I love it. I want to put the seeds. We have really great fishing spots over here. And they're like designated beaches over here for you to go down to go fishing. Well, the other day, the day I was going to go, they'd closed all the fishing beaches. Not because of COVID, but because of maintenance and there was another issue due to the coyotes. Which I can only guess has to do with coyotes having gotten a hold of another animal. So they were cleaning up the beaches. So the only option was to go across to the Nevada side. Because otherwise, the rest of the way down, there's no fishing spots, right? It's all businesses and buildings and stuff like that. And so there's no river access down there. Hi, Dustin. Who is Joe? Hey, so we were going to go across to the Nevada side. However, there's a little hiccup there. I have an Arizona fishing and hunting license. I do not have a Nevada fishing and hunting license. Danny, off. Come on. Off. That's why you're on that. Because you, ma'am, do not listen about going over. She tried to go over the gate. Hey, how? I don't know. I don't know what that was, Dustin. How are we? We are doing good. Denali. Ma'am, stop it. Stop it. You're going to hurt yourself. But yeah, so I would need a license for over there, which is, we already have my license for over here. And I didn't plan on fishing in Nevada. So, yeah, but today they're open. The beaches are open today. And they'll continue to be open unless something else happens. But yeah, so I was a little bit bummed out. I was like, man. I thought she yanked that thing down. I was getting ready to, I was going to cry because it's taken forever. I got to go take those things down now that they're all dry. I got to go take them down to wash them. Could not put them in the car all nasty and wet. Danny, what are you doing, sweetheart? I don't know how you knocked all the toys all the way away from you, but okay. But yeah, so I was a little bit bummed. They opened them back up later on in the evening, but by then it was already like late, and I wasn't about to get all set up and then lose the sunlight. So no, you can't have Danny. I need her. She is literally like the best. We were going to take her with us to go down there, so she was going to go with us to go fishing. I want her to learn to be out there like that. I used to take Tonks all the time, but he's at a point now where he's just, I don't know if it's because he's just getting old or what, but he don't listen for nothing anymore, like at all. I don't know if it's because he's hard of hearing or if there's something else, that he's just being an old man and he's just like, leave me alone. I don't know. But Danny, you're gonna get tangled. What are you doing, you goober? I know you're bored. I know, because your poor little brain is just too active. It is. It's too active. Do not jump. But yeah, I think it's just because he's old. He's getting old, and he's just like, whatever. So trying to take, like, we used to take him down there, and you could take him off lead and let him be with you, and he would stay right with you. Now, if you take Tonks off lead, he's gone. He bolts. You, good luck getting him back for a good hour or more of calling him and following him and trying to get caught up with him. He bolts, gone. You would never realize, you would never guess that he had any kind of arthritis, because he is gone like a bat out of hell. And so you have to like chase him down. And once he's finally like got his little, energy rush out, then he'll come back to you. That's not safe, for one. He's only done that to me twice now, because I have not made the mistake the third time. The first 2 times I made that mistake. One time was completely by accident. He wasn't supposed to get away, like out the door. Second time was because I went to go out from the house to the RV when we were parked at the house still. And I had opened the RV door and then opened the house door, because I know that Godric and Winnie Bear and the puppy would follow us. Tonks bolted. He was gone. I'm sorry to hear that, Chris. I'm really sorry to hear that. I had a long night last night too. Danny she did not sleep last night. I'm surprised that she's even functioning right now, because she hasn't been to sleep since yesterday. I think she got like an hour's sleep last night when we were live streaming, picking out what we were making for dinner. But that was it. And then she has been awake all night. So she has not been to sleep yet. I have been awake with her all night because she just refused to go to sleep. So yeah, you're a mess, girlfriend. You can tell she's so tired. Like, you can see it in her eyes that she is so tired, but she just will not go to sleep. She just won't. We can't have 2 of us with insomnia, girlfriend. I know. She wants to go running. That's what she wants right now. But she hasn't been to sleep, and she's so tired, you guys. So tired. I'm exhausted, but I'm having coffee. I'm having a bagel. So that's what we're gonna. That's how we're gonna continue functioning for today. Oh my gosh, that's so good. But one plus side, and this is knock on wood, touch wood, whatever. She did not pee in her kennel last night. So maybe because I was also up with her all night, and every time she made even the slightest whimper or whatever, I put her outside. Danny, leave it. Hey, leave it. You leave that alone. Thank you. What the heck? Dustin, that was like forever ago. Like forever ago. Sarah's been doing great. So, yeah, she's been doing really good. And we try not to talk too much about Sarah's medical, because she's asked us not to. She's asked me, and she's asked the Jamley to please stop bringing it up. It makes her uncomfortable. And that she doesn't want it to be known for just that. She just wants people to stop bringing it up. It's part of who she is. And it's something she has to live with. and she doesn't want people to make that a focal set, like a focused topic of discussion about her. She's like, ask any other questions about her, just leave the whole medical and seizures out of it, because she's more than just that. People get so focused on that about her that they forget that there's still a person under there, and they seem to only focus on what bothers her. Is she baby? What do you mean? What do you mean by that, Dustin? Why are you crying? What do you want? Do you want to go lay down in your bed? Hold on, guys. You can lay down. Come on. Hold on. Go to bed. You ready to try to get some sleep? Let's see if that's what she wants. I think that's what she's wanting. Okay. Yep. She's gonna lay down. She's probably gonna go to sleep. Oh, is she back in school? No, Sarah's doing GED. And so right now, because the campus is closed and GEDs have to be proctored, they're postponed. So she can't do her GED just yet. We're trying to see if the school's going to be willing to do the proctoring with just like maybe a couple people at a time, because you can't have any more than 10 people in a room. Sarah and Taylor have OAD, which stands for Obsessive Awesomeness Disorder. There you go. Yeah, they're both really awesome humans. Good Lord, it's... Okay, you guys, hold on. Hold on a second. I'm going to shut the door because it is freezing out there. Oh my gosh. That's freezing. Like, that air is like biting cold today. She's like, I'm so proud of Sarah through everything she's been through. Yeah, she's a tough little cookie. I give her that. Yeah, she's definitely a tough little cookie. There's been a lot going on the past couple of days, of course, and with all like schools being closed, and then a lot of workplaces letting people go. Ran into her friend yesterday that worked with her. She's still working, but there's only a couple of people left that they kept outside of, because I don't know if anybody else's Walmart is like this. Well, thank you, Chris. I love having you. If anybody else's Walmart's like this, but our Walmart here, there's only 2 registers that actually have a person at them. And both of those registers are speedy checkout, right? So they're like 20 items or less aisles. You can only go there if you have 20 items or less, and also if you are elderly. If you're not, like if you're in one of the little cart things or whatever, they have like rules or whatever for using those. The rest of it, all the rest of the registers are self-checkout. So you self-checkout, like that's it. There's no employees standing at a register checking your groceries. Then on top of that, the self-checkout area has 2 people that walk up and down and watch the self-checkout. So you got the 2 people that walk back and forth, checking the 2 ends, and then you have the 2 speedy checkout lines in the middle. Which, sorry, my nose is itching like crazy. I know you're not supposed to touch your face, but my freaking face itches. Your nephew's doing awesome as far as you know. That's cool. Bama, they shut down all schools for the... Yeah, see, and they said here at first that they were going to keep schools closed until April 13th or April 19th or something like that. And then they just got notice that no, there'll be online classing until for the remainder of this school year. So classes will resume again in August, so they say. But we won't know with everything going on. And if people don't follow the rules, this could extend even longer. So it's just a matter of people just doing what they're supposed to do. And if people would stop hoarding stuff and shop like a normal person would shop, go out, get your groceries for a week or 2, and call it good. That's it. You don't need so many groceries. And the fact that grocery stores are allowing people to hoard buy like that blows my mind. If you see somebody come into your store and they fill their cart up with nothing but toilet paper rolls, hello. With self-quarantine, okay, here's the thing. With self-quarantining, you don't choose when it's over. You know what I mean? Like, you can't say, oh, let's say if this wasn't a pandemic, and let's say you caught a cold, right? And you didn't want anybody else to get sick, so you self-quarantined yourself for a few, say for a week. Once you start feeling better, you're like, okay, I'm feeling much better now. I think I'm finally, I finally broke my fever. And then you finally feel like, okay, I'm good enough to go around other people. Here's the problem. Prior to your self-quarantine, prior to you feeling your symptoms, is when you were contagious. So your self-quarantine should have started earlier than when you got your symptoms. However, so with this whole thing, the self-quarantining thing, it's a recommendation by the CDC and the government, because it's not even self-quarantining. It's social distancing. It's stay away from people right now. Take care of your family, stay home, and only go out when necessary, right? Because they're not saying, because quarantine, if you were quarantined, that means you don't leave at all. You stay put in the location you're in. You don't leave for no reason. That means not to go out to get groceries, not to go out to the doctor, nothing. You stay put. Not working due to all of this stuff. Oh, okay. Now in high school, if you get caught fighting, I don't know. But so quarantining, you don't go anywhere. So like social distancing, it's stay away from people. Try to stay in less than big groups. You get locked up. Yeah, I don't know. Never fought in school, so I don't know. But you stay away from people. You self-distance. You keep yourselves a certain amount of feet away from other people. You try to be around as little people as possible. Wash your hands a lot, because this stuff sticks on surfaces for a while. It can travel. It can be in the air if somebody has it and is coughing all over you. And that's if they have it. People also need to remember this is allergy season for a lot of us, and sniffling or sneezing on several occasions and coughing are all part of having allergies, especially if everything in here is draining, you're going to cough. Just because somebody coughs doesn't mean they've got COVID-19. Relax. So that's another thing. So if people just need to take a step back and chill out. Like I said, you don't get to pick. I guess you say when you self-quarantine, yes, technically you can say, okay, I'm not quarantining myself anymore. I'm going to go out. Just remember, in this scenario, in this situation with the pandemic going on, you choosing to go out could mean that you could catch it from somebody who has no idea that they're even sick yet. Because when you catch it, so far what they've studied, symptoms take up to 14 days to present themselves. So you could catch COVID, not even know you have it, and for the next 14 days decide you feel totally fine and that you feel healthy, and you decide to go and visit a family member, and you go see your brand new nephew that's just been born, or your brand new niece that's just been born, or even a grandbaby, not realizing that you're sick and not realizing you're carrying it. Now you've come into contact with all those people, and you have now infected them because you are infected, but don't know you are. And now they've got it, and they don't know they have it either, because you've presented being healthy. Nobody realizes that you're sick. You don't know you're sick. And then a couple days down the road, you find out that you start feeling symptoms. You start to get sick. You think, okay, I got to stay away from everybody now because I feel sick. Not realizing you have already passed it on. You have already spread it. And then those people now have it. And now they don't realize they have it, and they get into contact with more people. And that's what happens. That's what happens. That's how a pandemic has started, is that a certain person caught this or had this and didn't know they had it, came into contact with however many people they came in contact with, those people caught it without knowing it, continued outward. So it just spread super fast. So just stay home. You're right. Well, yeah, but you don't know people have it, Dustin. That's the problem. The people that are already at a point of showing symptoms, coughing and fevering and all that, it's already too late. They have already, prior to showing the symptoms. Okay, so by the time they're coughing, by the time they're got a fever and all that, the time that they were contagious, their contagious period was prior to the symptoms. You're more contagious prior to showing symptoms, okay? By the time you show symptoms, you are sick. In that 14-day window from the time you've contracted it to the time that you start showing all the symptoms is the time you are spreading it. So that 14-day period is when you are your most contagious. Just stay away from people. As of right now, just stay away from people. You could be around someone right now that you know that has it and doesn't know they have it, right? Like that's why they're saying social distance. Being in the people you live with are the only people you should be around right now. Like those are the only people you should be spending time with every day, is the people that you live in the same facility with, whether it be in an RV, whether it be in a house, whether it be in your apartment. If you live in an apartment, stay away from your other people within the apartment complex. Just stay in your own unit. Stay the frick away from everybody else. Just stay away from people. In general, just at this time, stay away from people. Stay home. Do your dishes. Clean your yard. I don't know, lay new flooring. Whatever the case might be, just stay away from other people. That's the only recommendation I can give you, is just do what you're told. Do what's been recommended. Stay the hell away from people and you'll be fine. Because if you're out there exposing yourself repeatedly and you're going out and hoarding and leaving nothing for people that need stuff. Yeah, I know, Dustin. I know. Yeah, we're not out of the loop. We know a lot of people have died from it, especially in Italy. Their death toll right now is terrifying. And it's the biggest problem is lack of ventilators. They don't have enough ventilators to keep people alive. And it's sad. That is a chewy bagel. Oh, it's several more RVs leaving today. Yep. Yeah, that's white noise. That's why, Chris. Babies do really well with white noise. And you want to know why babies do super well with white noise? Because when they're inside their mom, the noises that they learn and hear are all her bodily functions, right? So all of her body noises, the beating of her heart, the whoosh, 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 which is what if you hear a baby's heartbeat, it sounds like literally galloping horses. Adult's heartbeat's a little bit slower. And so it's got a steady whoosh, 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 whoosh noise, and babies hear that. And that whoosh part of the noise, which is a white noise, is something that is comforting to them. And so that's why babies sleep so well to things like the sound of a vacuum cleaner, the sound of a television put to a static channel, so the white noise off of a channel that isn't catching a signal, it's just making the shh noise. They love that. the sound of running water coming out of a faucet, and the sound of like if you stuck a microphone down next to the beach and just had the waves coming in and the sound of pouring rain. If you'll notice, if you have a baby, if you have a newborn and there's a really insane rain, like storm outside, and it's just pouring rain, babies will sleep so good. Especially if you don't freak out during a storm. Like, I love stormy weather, and Sarah used to sleep right through stormy weather until we had the tornado in Oklahoma when she was 6, 7 years old, and it ripped a part of our roof off our home. And when we lost a whole section of our roof, that terrified her. And from then on, she's hated storms. Even though out here we don't get tornadoes like that. We get dust devils out here, and we get haboobs out here, but we don't get tornadoes. And so when we get like the big winds, and so far we've been lucky down here in the valley area that we don't have the haboobs hit here, but they do hit like the Phoenix area and the like Kingman area. Sarah's sleeping right now. You have to remember she's still on her work schedule, and so she sleeps until 10, and then she gets up and she gets her day started. Because before she would work, she usually would go to work right about 2 in the afternoon and work until 11 at night, and then she would come home and eat and stuff like that. But we do get some nasty winds here though, which we've had people that have had winds here that have ripped. Like if you have, sorry, I'm gonna sneeze. If you have like a, what do you call it, like a little mobile home here, a mobile home, not a motor home, a mobile home. Those are the ones like you would see like in like a trailer park or whatnot. But the mobile homes here, they have awnings, right, for parking their cars and stuff under. And out here, especially out here, when we get the massive winds and the monsoons, usually people lose their awnings on their mobiles, like quite bad. Like a lot of people lose them, and you would think that they would stop putting houses in certain places. Or, okay, this sounds probably really stupid, but with the way we set, when we get winds here, your winds come in from a certain angle, okay? And you're 90% of the time, the wind is going to come from, I'm trying to think, which way is this over here? The sun rises in the west and sets in the east, right? Is that how the sun goes? I'm trying to think. Sun rises in the, oh Jesus, I don't remember. I'm so out of the loop right now. I think the sun rises in the west, right? Sets in the east, or rises in the east, sets in the west. I don't freaking know. All I know is it gets darker sooner on the east coast, so it's probably rises in the east, sets in the west. But we always get the winds coming from the west, right? So it always comes from the west side over here, from the California side. And it just blows through this valley. Okay, so it literally comes sucking through here like a wind tunnel. And when it comes through here, when it comes in, people have their mobile homes positioned and set, of course, because they're set on the ground. They have them set to where they're the worst position possible, because they're being hit by the wind from a side angle, which means the wind's coming up and it just hits this item like dead on, but the wind is forceful, so it has nowhere to go but tries to push itself up along the building, not around it. And in doing that, it catches the awnings and it just rips them right off the houses. If they had their houses facing into it, the wind would go right underneath, right? It would go right through those awnings, and it would go right past the houses, and it would give it a smaller structure to hit versus the length of the width of the actual mobile home. They've had several of them that get knocked completely off their foundations. So yeah, rises in the east, sets in the west. That's what I thought. So yeah, the west, because it's right over here where the sun sets. So the west would be, yeah, that is the west. Like I said, towards California. So Okay, yeah, so then I had it right the first time. Good stuff. Like I said, sometimes I draw a blank. But yeah, because the sun sets over here, which is where, if I look that way, that's where Nevada and California are. So yeah. But it's crazy. What is a monsoon? Oh my gosh, really? Monsoons, holy cow. One, look them up because you're going to be surprised. But it's where we get these crazy weather fronts that come through here. It's where hot and cold air are mixing. It's kind of the same as like hurricane type conditions out on the ocean. It's kind of those same conditions, but happen right on land. And we get really high winds, insane changes in our temperature, all in like a small window. And then you get like torrential downpours, which we actually got our monsoon late this year, and we're getting our winter on the later side this year. Normally right about now, because we're our end of March, this is when we would start seeing our triple digits. We're not seeing triple digits. We are in the 50s and 60s, which is usually what we are for our winter. Last night was so cold. I'm glad we have our heater, but last night was so cold that when I let the dogs out to go to the bathroom last night, none of them wanted to even go out the door because it was like below 40. Which is crazy because it's usually not our temperatures in end of March. We usually are already hitting triple digits and usually setting at about 70, 80 degrees at night. So it's crazy. We've had really ugly rain. We had a whole week straight of just nothing but rain, like pouring rain, which is usually during our monsoon season. So monsoon season for us is usually right around August, September. Usually the weather is so nasty during that time, which it comes with a lot of rain, whatnot. Sarah's 18. She'll be 19 in May. But I don't know why that's doing that. I did not press that. Okay. But yeah, she'll be 19 in May. She's actually kind of slowly at this point starting to wake up. It's 9 o'clock. So, but yeah, she'll slowly start to wake up right now. But somebody crashed out. The puppy crashed out after not sleeping at all last night. She is crashed out. So hopefully she'll sleep for a little while so I can run over and get the pieces that I need to go get. Yeah, she's slowly waking up. So I told her hopefully over the next week or so, she'll start to wake up a little bit earlier, and then we can get out and like she can go with me in the morning when I go for my morning walks and stuff. So, because I get up and take the puppy out and get her to stretch her legs, and then I come back and put the puppy away, take Tonks out, and then take Godric out and bring them back. And then Sarah takes Winnie Bear when she gets up. And then I come back, and when Sarah takes Winnie Bear, I take Danny again. So Danny gets quite a few of them. Tonks and Godric go probably twice, maybe 3 times a day, depending on their mood and how they're behaving, because Godric can get really worked up, and so we try not to let that happen. And he seems to be super content with just being able to come in and out of the RV. So I take him twice a day, take Tonks twice a day. Tonks loves to go, so I try to get him out 3 times a day. It's not always guaranteed, but twice a day definitely. And then Danny gets out roughly 5 or 6 times during the day so that we can run her little butt ragged. But yeah, she's crashed out, which is good because she needed to. But yeah, I'm going to get off here though because I just finished my coffee. I'm going to see if when Sarah wakes up, she wants the rest of this bagel. And then I'm going to get dressed, try to do something with this mop because this is my wet mop of a hair just after getting out of the shower. So, and it's heavy. So I need to not have it up like this while it's heavy like this and wet. But do something with my hair, and then we got to go grab the kit and my keys to the P.O. box. So you guys are amazing, and you guys stay safe out there. Please stay safe out there. Please just follow the rules that are going on right now. not rules, but the instructions, like the recommendations. Please follow the recommendations. Wash your hands a lot. Don't be like me. Don't touch your face a bunch. And just be cautious and just be self-aware. And we love you guys, and we'll talk to y'all later.